Chi creation, the Tree of Life, part 4. So we've got more of these to look at. So the last episode, we were talking about the spiral. So in terms of how the chakra is formed and constructed, how it constructs the realm. So like the properties of the chakra for it to have this spiral, and then for that to be so necessary within anatomy, the ocean wave, the flower, all those kind of things. And also like when the ancient people carved it into the rock, the spiral symbol, showing its importance, and that aspect of it relating to the chakra and the portal as well. So the flower being the portal and such. So yeah, when we get like, it looks like the eye and the eye open, but it also looks like the pair of lips, the lips open, like that band logo, and also like that moth that we saw a few episodes ago, and you could see inside the moth, inside the world. And it's the same here. It's like you're looking inside those lips, and then you're seeing what's inside that world. There's a lot of detail in that kind of sense as well. And also, because you got your flat plane here, you can see like a bit of a bubble. Like, see that blue, oops, like it's within a blue sphere, like a shield or whatever. And also you can see all the stars. So in terms of the stars in relationship to the plane, there's that aspect to it. But also there's another aspect to like size and stuff. Because like, it almost said to me that they're just like stars in the firmament in that kind of sense, and rather than like other bubbles of consciousness. But in terms of like, you get an orb, and they're tiny, but it's still a bubble of consciousness. And another aspect about the orb is, it looks like a sun, but it's not hot. It's not burning and such. It's almost like it's on a different energy. You know what I mean? Like it's able to pass through walls and all these kind of things. So again, to like re-reference to all of this, like the explosions and all these kind of things, being more in terms of what chi is and what chi does, rather than like that left brain way of looking at the explosions. I mean, there may be aspects of that. And sometimes it looks fiery and stuff like that kind of thing, like, but they're just different colours and frequencies of a chakra. So it can all have all those colours, but also like how it looks like sand. So as it expands and contracts and creates the realm, and creates the dome. So we have these as well. They look a bit like mushrooms, but at the same time, it looks like telling you the story of like the birth of creation. Like the light, and then like the separation, and then like the background medium or whatever call it. And so it's like, it cups round. But rather than saying it's in the past, it could actually have something in that kind of sense, like encasing it in that kind of way. Creating the bubble. You could even have, if I turned it upside down, and it's like got a flat plane, if that were all land mass, things in kind of speculation in that kind of way. But we've got as pathways, so it's like we can come out of this realm, we can follow the pathways, the tree's limbs of the tree of life, as these are the flowers connected to it, and then go into these other realms, which there's an abundance of. So then, like the photo where I showed all the bubbles, and I was saying that that's like spirit's perspective, and how it's an illusion of separation. So you've got all the realms which are kind of like connected together. Um, and also all the different pathways, all the different realms we could get to in that way. You see that one's got like a black hole. And so when you go through that tunnel, like these tunnels of like imperceivable light. And so like that tree that we can't see, but it's there. And that to be the pathways for astral projection and such. Or even like, like passing from lifetime to lifetime. And the potential that because you're connected to all the other ones, that you can easily just pass through into a different realm. You don't have to come back to this one and such. Again, it looks a bit like the Millennium Falcon, that blue colour. Quite often it's green as well, but those are the two primary, are the main two frequencies that the sun emits when it kind of goes through all the different frequencies and stuff. This one, they're all different. See, it's green in there. Oh, it's blue. It looks like it's got the dome. And you can see like the eye. One of them look like the mouth or something. And you got like the anatomy. Insects, birds. We all have this flat plane. I see it like golden light, seeing it that way rather than that left brain way of looking at it. So rather than like the explosions and all these kind of things, it's a spiritual event which is taking place. It's got like a domed part as well. I think that's like a reference for dome. Oh, this one. I'll turn this one. So sometimes you get waves. I've shown like a fish, and it shows it wave coming over. I think it was a moth actually. You had the horizon, so you could see where the sun was setting, and the water was stretching it, and then like the reflection had the same pattern. So you see the half heart shape, and then it'd repeat there. So because of the wave, it's making it look 3D and coming towards you. So it's also like that windows to spirit. Like the purpose of that series is to show what that projection is, how that light projects to the wave and then into this world in that kind of way. So You can see it's almost like a snake's mouth. You see? Uh, um, but like in terms of like the open and closing of a realm, of a chakra, and the formation of a realm, how the realm's created. And so why the mouth important? You know, like how it shows you the mouth or the eye. Details, but you know. Hold on. No, it's here. So again, we're seeing a little bit of spiral, not so much. It looks more like petals, so like flower petals. Some of them are more like, you know, the spiral ones and stuff kind of thing. You like the cabbage and stuff. And so, you know, the fruits and veg and stuff kind of thing, which kind of have those properties. I mean, some flowers do, they kind of coil all the way around as well. But, you know, it depends how they open up and how they show themselves and such. So again, you got your flat plane, and then you got your this circle oval area, that potentially being for the first dome, and then you got like a second area here, so that's like the second dome, in one sense, because it looks like a black hole there with the sunlight as well, but and also you've got like brightness there, like that yellowy color. Maybe there's sun there, like one at each side, and it's part of the because there's the clamping of everything. You know, like in Bible, it talks about it describes it like a stamp coming down and crushing, clamping the earth in a way. And so this is like the same thing. It's talking about the chakra expanding and contracting and then creating this plane. But also, so like the potential for the sun and the moon to be like trapped within the firmament. So that's like the dark side of the moon, the bright side of the moon. But like all is the black hole anyway, you know. Oh, another thing I was going to mention about the eye migraines. So you see the eye migraines, if you've had them, and you can see how it starts, and that bit centre of your vision, and you see like a little glinting of light, and then it'll start coming round, and then it'll follow round, and then, you know, it'll kind of get bigger or whatever, and it'll take this arc. So, like in the relevance and what it looks like, um, and why it's important, why it is sacred. It's like golden lightning going through the tunnels. Like the other coral we looked at, like blue lightning, and we got this pink universe rather than the blue ones. Zoom more. Like the fields of stars within it. You see it as that's like divine architecture of like the tree of life and such. So you can see all the stars, and some of them are better at showing the stars in that way. Well, like because these are bigger, you can see like the denser, distant stars and such. And so those lines become all the way in, you know.